Hello, Pearson Brownell Middle Schoolers. This is Miss Martin, and I am your new library media specialist this year, and I'm very excited to be working with you. I want to thank you for taking some time to watch this video. I know that you've been watching those computer screens of yours quite a bit these days, so I promise that I'm going to make this nice and short for you. I made this video for two reasons. Number one, to let you know that both Pearson Brownell Middle Schools are going to be holding a curbside library book checkout each and every week. Curbside checkout means that you don't come into the building, but rather you stand outside of the building at the library window, and we will be there waiting for you with smiles on our faces to check out some books to you. Brownell will have their curbside library checkout each and every Monday. Pierce will have their curbside checkout each and every Thursday. The hours for checkout are 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'll repeat those days and times at the end of this. The second reason that I made this video is to show you how you can request a specific book that you want to read using the online library catalog. If you learn how to do this trick, you're not going to have to wait very long in line because we will have pulled that book before you arrive and have it set aside waiting for you. So let's get started learning how to request a book. The first thing you want to do is get to your middle school website. So whether that's Pierce or Brownell, get to that site. I happen to be on Brownell here. Then you're going to look at the navigation bar along the bottom of the screen, and you want to find Middle School Media Center. When you rest your mouse on top of that Middle School Media Center, you'll see an option or a list of options pop up. You want to choose the first one in that list, GPPS Library Reference Sources. If you are at home when you are using this, and you all are, once you get to this screen, please look in the upper right-hand corner where you see my mouse circling, and you want to make sure that you click here for home use passwords. Very important that you do that. The screen's going to look very similar, except that you should be asked to log in with your Grosse Pointe username and password. So I see mine here. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And now everything is back as it once was. If you are prompted to log in, you're going to log in again with your Grosse Pointe username and password. That's that username that begins with 1500 and has 5 extra digits. And that password is a combination of 8 letters and numbers. So use that and you will be good to go. So we're at right here. We're good to go. Okay. So I'm going to scroll down till I see our little chunk of reading resources. Here we see the word read. Here are all the reading resources that we have provided to you. We're going to the library catalog today. So this is the icon that you're going to push on Grosse Pointe Public Library. Okay. Once you are at the screen, I'm going to ask that you please come to the upper right-hand corner where you see the blue login button. Click that blue login button, and you will then be asked to enter in your Grosse Pointe library card number and your 4-digit PIN. I'm going to tell you right now that if you do not know your Grosse Pointe library card number and your PIN, please, please, please send me an email and I will get right back to you with that information so you can go in and request a book. But for my purposes today, I'm going to log in with mine. There's my library card number and then my PIN. Okay, boom. And we're set. Notice how next, or where the button used to say log in, it now says log out. So it has all of my information that it's going to need to get me the book that I want right away. Okay. So this is the search box, and you can search in a variety of ways for a particular item that you're looking for using this search box. And I'm going to demonstrate a couple of different ways for you today. But before I do, I just want to remind you that when you're using this catalog, you are not just going to see what the Grosse Pointe Public Libraries have. You will see what all of the libraries in the Grosse Pointes have because we share our collections with one another. So that means all of the elementary school libraries in the Grosse Pointe school system, all 3 middle school libraries in the Grosse Pointe school system, the 2 high school libraries, North and South, in the Grosse Pointe school system, and then the 3 public libraries, Central, Ewald, and Woods. We all share our collections, and you're able to borrow from each of those libraries, which is a pretty cool thing. So I would like to recommend that when you do look for a book, and again, I'm going to show you how to do a couple of searches in 1 second, but when you do, it would be quick for you if you find a book that you want that is available on the shelf at your middle school. If you do see a book that you like that is available, request that one. We'll be able to get it quick. If you see a book that you like, but it happens to be checked out of your middle school library, or your middle school library does not own it, but maybe Central or Woods does, go ahead and still request that book. Because what I'm going to do is, before the day you come to greet us at the library window, I'm going to go to Central Library and grab your books, or I'm going to go to Woods Library and grab your books, so you'll have them ready when you come and meet us at the window. So, with that said, I'm going to show you how to do 3 different kinds of searches. Author search, a title search, and a subject search. So, I'm going to start with author, and I'm going to choose a pretty well-known author in the middle school, Jason Reynolds. So I simply type in his name, and I hit enter. And it helps if you add the S. Obviously, spelling matters in the library catalog, boys and girls. Okay, so what we see on our results screen here is the first of 25 books out of a total of 34 that were written by Jason Reynolds. So I can scroll down and see what they look like. I'm going to scroll back up right now. I would like to draw your attention to the Refine By column here on the left. And I would like to do that because I guarantee you that your middle school library does not own every single one of these books by Jason Reynolds. For instance, if I click on this one long way down, I don't even see that anybody owns it yet. It's on order for Central and it's on order for Ewald. They haven't even received it yet. And you want to make sure that you find a book that is available. So obviously, by clicking on that book, I see that it's not. And you don't want to click on every single book one by one to see if it's available. So that's where this Refine By column becomes very, very handy. I'm going to scroll on down to location. And here you can see some of the libraries that are listed and an option to see more. I'm going to click more. And when I do, it's going to bring up all of the schools that own items by Jason Reynolds. You can go ahead and click your middle school. For this case, I'm just going to click on Pierce. And notice the number 9. That means that Pierce owns 9 of these 34 titles. And I'm going to click Apply. And here I see them. Okay. If you want to see if this book is available and if you want to learn a little bit more about it before you request it, what you need to do is click on the title. So let's do the one at the top, Look Both Ways. And when I click on it, I see that Pierce does have it on the shelf. I see that Brownell, somebody checked it out. So it is not available at Brownell. But if you're at Brownell and you want to come on that Monday and you want this book, you can still request it. Woods Library will pull it. It's on their shelf. And I can go and grab it and have it ready for you at Brownell. Before you do any requesting, I would like to direct your attention to more details down here. More details will give you exactly what it indicates, more details about this particular book. For instance, it's 188 pages long. For some of you, that might be just right. For some of you, that might be a little on the light side. So you might want something a little bit meatier, maybe a 300 or a 400 page book. So always come down to more details and check out the line under description. I'm also going to suggest that you check out the summary line. That gives you in 1, possibly 2 sentences what this book is about. If you are satisfied with both the length of the book and the summary of the book, and you know that it's available and you would like it, you're going to come here where it says request it. You simply push that button, and here you can choose where you would like to pick this book up from. You're going to choose your middle school. Right now it just has 4 buildings listed. That's because we're getting things up and running. It's been unusual here. So slowly but surely we're adding more libraries. But obviously you can come to Pierce and you can come to Brownell. So whichever is your middle school, you click on it and then you go ahead and hit submit. Okay? And you're done. That's it. I'm going to now go and do a different search. This time I'm going to get rid of Jason Reynolds and let's try simply a title. So I know of a book called Legend. There's quite a few books called Legend, but this one is right up your alley as a middle school student. So I simply typed in the title, and I'm going to see the first 25 out of a total of 1,239 titles that have the word legend in it. Okay. Obviously, you're not going to want to click on each of these to see if your middle school owns it and if it's the just right book for you. So again, that handy dandy refine by column is going to be your best friend. Come down to location and go ahead and click your building. I'm going to go ahead and click Pierce again and hit apply. Pierce has 33 titles that have the word legend in it. Okay, so here's Lizzie Legend, The Rise of a Legend, True Legend. This is the one that I was hearing so many good things about as a middle school book, Legend by Marie Lu. So if I click on the title, I can then go ahead and double check to see if it's on the shelf and available. Pierce, you're in luck. We have 3 copies. Brownell, we have 1, and they're on the shelf. I want to always come down to more details and see how many pages this book is. It's a little thicker book, 305. And then I always want to read that summary and make sure it's just right for me too. If it is, and that is what you would like, again, you come to request it. Whichever middle school you go to, select that, hit submit, you're good. That book will be waiting for you. I'm going to go and do a subject search now. I'm going to type in, it's a popular topic, survival. And I want to make sure it's a fiction book, so I'm going to add fiction in there as well. And, correct the word survival. Spelling matters. And now I go ahead and hit enter. The catalog found 1,134 titles that are all fictional and about surviving. Again, to make life easy, come to the refine section, go on down to location, and this time we're going to see what Brownell has. So I click on more. Brownell will have 152 books that are fictional and about survival. I simply click apply, and here they are. I can then go ahead, click on the title, look to see in more details how many pages it is. This happens to have illustrations because it's a graphic novel. I can see the summary, and then I can see whether it is on the shelf or not. If it is, request it. Again, select the school that you attend so it will be sent to the right spot. Okay, so very simple. 3 ways to search. And you know what? If you choose that, you don't feel like requesting a book in advance and you just want to come and see what the library has to offer, please do. We have pulled tons of great books from our shelves, and we would love to share them with you and check them out to you, whichever one you like most. So in closing, again, our curbside checkout will run from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Brownell's curbside is every Monday. Every Monday for Brownell. So come to the library window that's inside the Brownell breezeway, right off of Chalfont. If your parents are bringing you, have a park on Chalfont, wait for you. Look for the yellow balloons, because we have yellow balloons trying to lead you to the library. And you will easily find us. So every Monday for Brownell, 1 to 3. Pierce, your curbside is every Thursday, 1 to 3. You're going to come to the library window on Kirchhoff. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll still have yellow balloons. You can't miss us. It's right on Kirchhoff. But every Thursday for Pierce, 1 to 3. If you have any questions about this video, please feel free to give me an email, martins@gpschools.org. That is for Sherry Martin, Martin S. And I just want to say, I hope you request a great book to read. I know I have quite a few on my table that I'm reading. You always need to have something on deck to jump into. And we really look forward to seeing you at your library, Brownell on Monday, Pierce on Thursdays. Any questions, just send me an email. Thank you so much and have a great day, guys.